We know Katt Williams called out how Diddy and other deviants were going to go down in 2024. But the way everything seems to be unfolding is getting crazier by the minute. At first we thought it was only going to be Diddy. However, it seems Katt has revealed that two other big names are being cancelled along with him. And no one is surprised to find out that Jay-Z and Beyoncé are allegedly running for their lives after seemingly being named in the Diddy lawsuit. Let's be honest, this has been a long time coming for them.
Right explained that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. She explained how Jay-Z has done worse things than what Diddy did to Cassie to other females. And she said that she has the scars to prove it. She alleged that at one time Jay-Z attacked her and got it on film like Diddy did. And she alleged that this is why Jay-Z is totally pulling away from Diddy and you don't see him around. And it's been alleged for quite a while that Jay-Z is pulling away from Diddy because he doesn't want himself caught in the crossfire. I mean, you even have 50 Cent at this point talking about how Jay-Z is in hiding while this whole Diddy thing blows over. And you even have these accusations of Jay-Z being responsible for what happened to Cassie White. So I'm going to go ahead and roll you guys this clip of everything that Jag had to say about Jay-Z being worse than Diddy. And you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen yet. That Cassie that's nothing. I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. And you're gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the women that give him in the end.
So let's break it down. We know Diddy has been arrested and is trying to get himself out of this situation. How does he do it? The answer may lie in making a deal with the feds.
Seems like the tables is turning. If these people have it this day way, he's gonna be spending the rest of his life in the prison system. He better hope that they want to make a deal, but I don't think so, or they want somebody else. He better hope, and he got something to offer them. Even if he got something to offer him, you gotta realize, bruh, like, you got kingpins, you got drug dealers, you got people who make deals, there's murders and killers. They make a deal and they still get 25, 30 years in the feds. He's about 55 years old. If he do 15 years, that's 70 years. When he come out, he's 70 years old. He may not want to live like that. And then what he coming out to at 70 years old? He'll still have probably a little money to do something, but not to do nothing. So that's what he's looking at, bro. What people don't understand is the federal guidelines is so different from the state. You need one person, I said this 1,000 times, for that sex trafficking thing, you need one person. That victim, and then you got the people who is gonna testify that he paid to come across the state line.
But did he give Jay-Z over to the feds? What does he possibly know about him, and how are the two connected? Gene Deal believes the answer lies in the tapes the FBI seized at Diddy's mansion.
Anybody came out defending Diddy. All these celebrity friends he have, and nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's Something about the music, clothing, movies. They not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and the girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. Yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bro. So a lot of them, like what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bro, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying?
We know the two have been awfully close for quite a while. Pictures of Jay-Z, Aaliyah, and Diddy have been making the rounds on social media following Diddy's recent arrest in New York City last month. DJ Academics picked up on the resurfacing images, with one photo in particular gaining attention, showing Jay-Z appearing to hold hands with the late singer Aaliyah. Dame Dash, who also appears alongside Aaliyah in many of these resurfaced photos, has already addressed the rumors. He's denied any inappropriate behavior between them, and has even questioned why Jay-Z hasn't spoken out about the allegations against Diddy. The Jay-Z and Aaliyah situation is particularly interesting because Jaguar Wright has long believed that Jay-Z was behind her untimely death.
And Jay-Z have both been friends with R. Kelly for years, and Jay-Z continued to make albums with R. Kelly after all the information came out with him and Aaliyah. And I'd say this is because Jay-Z was pretty comfortable with the fact that he knew he also wanted Aaliyah, and honestly, so did Diddy. And Aaliyah's death has never sat right with me. There are so many sketchy things around her death that just don't make sense. The fact that Aaliyah was given a substance and knocked unconscious and then was carried onto this plane that she didn't want to get on because she thought that something was wrong with it that led to her death is just crazy. There's also even more disturbing information about Aaliyah's pilot of that plane, and they said that he had just joined the program 2 days prior before the flight, and he wasn't even supposed to be the pilot on that flight.
Aaliyah was sitting in a taxi as her team and the flight crew argued nearby about whether or not to take off, and she complained of having a headache. Now, reportedly, a baggage handler nearby said that someone from her entourage gave her a pill. She took the pill, and that right after, she fell into a very deep sleep. So deep, in fact, that she was carried onto the airplane still asleep and may not have even been aware that she was on the airplane. Now, we should say we don't know what that pill was. It could have been aspirin. Maybe she was just very tired from a long video shoot, and the baggage handler did say that she took it willingly, but it does reveal some new information about those final moments.
After the crash, investigators determined the small plane was carrying about 700 pounds over its limit, and this is important, the center of gravity was too far back in the aircraft.
The pilot did not want to make this trip, and he reportedly argued with Aaliyah's team because he thought that it was unsafe. So he did make those calculations, and he did decide that it was unsafe. However, after protracted negotiation, they went through with that flight. Now, we did also learn some new things about this pilot. According to autopsy results, he had both alcohol and in his system.
The pilot
did.
Whoa.
He was not the authorized pilot for that plane, and he had just joined that company a few days prior to that flight. So he was very new with that company.
What do you think about Damon Dash selling his Rockefeller piece?
I think he didn't have a choice. And I think the feds want their money any which way they can get it. And I don't think Dame Dash is going to make $1 off of that deal.
I mean, he's given a third of reasonable doubt.
No, you got to understand there should be a lot more than that.
Yeah, it should be.
And guess what? He deserves a much bigger share for that album because he's the one that put up all the cash. You want to know what's funny? Why ain't he claiming what he paid for? Maybe because he can't say how he paid for it. Everything that Dame Dash did for that company, he did to bring his people forward. And while he was bringing it in with a wheelbarrow through the front door, JayZ was throwing it out. And by the time he stopped to count up everything he brought in that wheelbarrow, he didn't find out that JayZ had already shoveled it all out the back door before he got a chance to sit down.
And she believes Diddy is going to snitch on him.
Will Diddy start snitching?
He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened to Corey. Diddy, I know that. You and JayZ down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Kathy? That might help. That might help a lot. Kathy Coriana White, JayZ's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby while he was married to Beyonce. Was it an aneurysm, Diddy? Or are you the one who paid the same coroner that you... Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
And she believes Diddy is going to snitch on him.
Say, yo, listen here, man. This guy's life might be danger over here because people think that he has something to do with Pac. People think he has something to do with Biggie, and they right here in Brooklyn. You understand? It's right here in Brooklyn, and some of the people are still mad that he made making of the band walk to Brooklyn from, you know, to get the cheesecake, and just around the corner from the Cheesecake Factory. So, I mean, Juniors. So it might be some dumb shit. So y'all need to get him out of here and ship him to Jersey because somebody gonna kill him over here. Those are good arguments, if you want to call it, but it's bullshit. He gonna get the same treatment no matter how much money he got from them correction officers. Because if they don't and they get caught giving him preferential treatment, they're gonna lose their job.
So you feel like Pac fans will try to do something to him?
Pac and Biggie fans. He can have issues with both of them because a lot of people think, because of the statement that Keefe D made, that he did something to Pac. A lot of people know or think that because of Biggie leaving, they finding out that Biggie was leaving Bad Boy, that he may have had something to do with Biggie. People feel that way. You hear it all the time. You see it all the time on the chats and all that stuff.
Have you heard the reports about Diddy being worried about his kids?
Bro, he get phone conversation. He get a phone call just like everybody else. And now they got all kinds of things where you got guys got iPads, guys got telephones, iPads, and all that in prison. So his kids are well taken care of. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't worrying about those kids before he got locked up. Not like that. Maybe with the baby so, but the other girls, they seem like they fine. Quincy seemed like he's doing a good job in making sure that those girls are being taken care of. And the rest of everybody else is grown. Or they young adults. So that's just a ploy, bruh. All that's a ploy to, try to change the circumstances in this situation. But they won't change. His circumstances and situation as far as the correctional facility and where he's being housed at is not going to change until the courts tell him to change it. So all these things that the lawyers is putting up, all these things that the lawyers is saying, it ain't gonna do him no good, bro. It's not gonna do him no good until the courts and his lawyers come in with some good briefs and say, yo, listen here, our client should be released because he did this. If it's 3 months from now, and Diddy has to go to, he's been in jail and then he has to go for another bail hearing, you better hope that he been in a program while he was in jail, he clean. You understand what I'm saying?
But the thing is, Diddy is in quite some trouble himself. He is reportedly deeply anxious about the possibility of spending an extended time in prison. The hip-hop mogul allegedly fears he's being targeted by West Coast gang members seeking revenge for the 1996 murder of Tupac Shakur.
If certain things that I can't even speak on come out, she gone. She's gonna protect her image. All right. And this, I don't know what would be the bigger divorce, Will and Jada or Beyonce and Jay-Z. But just know everybody's gonna be talking about it. TMZ's gonna talk about it first, and we're gonna be talking about it probably for 6 months. Yeah, he knows it's about to be over. Shading the Grammys, shading the industry, and then they left after that. They left. He already knows. So what I'm realizing, and I was saying this to somebody the other day, none of us ever really get away with what we do in life. Like, it comes back one way or another. And yeah, Satan is here to collect, Sean. Satan is here to collect. Now, let me tell y'all where he got that damn hair from. Yeah. Y'all should know this, but that was his inspiration for the hair. Jean-Michel Basquiat. That was the inspiration for the hair. Wasn't he by Rossi or Rossi?
Diddy is currently facing multiple charges, including sexual assault and human trafficking, which could lead to a life sentence in federal prison. His arrest on September 16th followed a Homeland Security investigation into a suspected criminal enterprise. Authorities allege this enterprise involved fooled parties known as freak-offs, which featured male prostitutes and female fans who later became victims. The hip-hop executive has been compared to Jeffrey Epstein in a lawsuit by one of the alleged victims. If convicted, insiders suggest Diddy could face extreme danger in a federal prison controlled by gangs. And while it's not official, we all know what really happened to Epstein from his own family statements.